so. Make it so. Make it so. Make it so.
Make it so.
Make it so.
Live long and prosper.
Hey, welcome to the first episode of Red Shirts.
Hey.
We took everything Star Trek from Kirk to Pike, well, new Pike, everything in between. We're going to recap Strange New Worlds up until the current episode. I'm joined by Brian, Master of None, Nerdy Geek. We're going to talk Star Trek because we love Star Trek in all forms, except for Ryan. I'm
warming up to some of it.
I know. I'll give you a lot of credit.
And not only that, but I was one that I got a lot of people into it. The new Trek, as it were. So that
new Trek is old Trek is new Trek is new Trek.
No.
Oh, it's all
new Trek is akin to new metal. Okay,
leave new metal alone. I love new metal.
Okay, new Trek is like Korn. Okay, yes, they've got some good songs, but you know, when your grandparents are around, you don't want to like crank it up. Really, you want to turn it down just a little bit there.
Let's say hi. We got two people in the chat. Terry Floyd, hey, and the lovely Queen of the Kingdom, Mama Bear.
Hey, Mama Bear.
What's going on, Mama Bear?
Trek Mama Bear, but you're more than welcome to be on the panel.
Absolutely. If you, yeah, absolutely. More than welcome. Heart goes out to you, Mama Bear. Glad to see you here.
What Trekkies? Hey, Jim.
Darn right.
What's up, Jim?
Jim. What's Trekkies?
Trekkies is a movie that was directed by Denise Crosby,
yes.
Produced in the mid to late 90s, I believe. And it chronicled people that went to Star Trek conventions called Trekkies or Trekkers. But yeah, Trekkies 2 was actually pretty good. We watched that, and funny story, we're standing in line at a Star Trek convention in San Francisco, and I look over my left shoulder, and guess what? Denise Crosby's standing right there. I was like, guys, look, and they're just like, they're not Star Trek fans, they're just there.
You literally just say you watch Korn around your grandparents. That's just weird.
No, the band.
Yeah,
the band Korn.
Not the life.
That's what I thought he was talking about.
God dang. Come on now.
Prodigy.
I mean, you can play freaking leash with your parents or grandparents around.
Yeah,
Blind was a good one. It was like one of my favorite songs.
And you know, like, I hope you guys like my intro for the show, because, like, you know, all my intros have to be metal. There has to be some metal in my intros because I want everybody hyped for the show.
And you know what, though? That brings us back around. You mentioned metal. I mentioned new metal. We're going to talk some new Trek. Guess what? Strange New Worlds season 3 out right now, hot on the press. We are 4 episodes in to a pretty decent season thus far. I just renewed my Paramount Plus, finished season 2, and got into season 3. We're going to talk about that tonight. Welcome to this wonderful occasion show. I don't know what something I wanted to do. You know, just kind of just to be there for some friends and to, you know, talk about something else than what we normally talk about, and get into heated debates over.
You know, because as long as I've been around, nerd talk, whether it's comics, movies, Star Trek always gets the short end of the stick.
Oh yeah,
combat Star Trek watches always gets looked down upon, and we say screw you guys. We have a cohesive universe, It's logic all day long. We're not waiting 5 to 10 years for a good show or good writing. There's consistent good writing in Trek. Does it break canon sometimes from show to show?
We'll get into it.
Yes.
Yeah, it sure does.
But that's the great part about Trek. You can canon is in your head.
Well,
People
I would
that
say
say
yes and no, but it's also a show that's played loose and fast with its canon throughout the ages. You've had shows that contradict shows. Exactly. See?
He said "Cord" immediately. It took me a moment to realize he meant the bad.
Yeah, no, I wasn't talking about the euphemism we use on YouTube for adult content.
I literally thought we were going to get demonetized within the first 5 minutes.
No, I think we're all right. We're all right.
I'm like, this show is done.
No, wait, I thought they changed it to like the first 10 seconds, and that's it.
I think it's 5 seconds. You can't curse. You can.
Yeah, see, we're good.
We're good. It's Star Trek has always been there for me growing up, whether I was in middle school watching reruns of OG Star Trek at 11 p.m. when I was supposed to be asleep on a school night, or during high school, which Next Generation, was it high school? Yeah.
No, it's elementary school.
Shut up. I'm not that old. I mean, that young.
Well, just wait till I age myself with Next Generation.
Ah, man. So
Star Trek was the first time I got betrayed by my fellow nerds. It was in elementary school. It was in 5th grade, I want to say. And there was one kid who would watch Next Gen. And me and him would always talk about the episode the next day. And one day I said, hey, did you see Star Trek? And another kid heard us. And he's like, oh, y'all watch Star Trek? And then that's when he goes like, I don't. He does. He tries to talk to me about Star Trek all the time. He's a nerd. That's the first betrayal I ever had in the nerd world.
That's a shame.
And see, we were like the original nerds, dude. We had that mark of Cain put upon us back in the 80s and 90s. Like, before it was cool to be one in the mid 2000s, thanks Big Bang Theory, you suck. But anyways, yeah, no, dude, Star Trek made us who we are. Okay. For me,
it's true.
My introduction was, quite frankly, the movies. Dude, I got into, I loved watching Star Trek 4 was the first movie I watched. And that's the one with the whales and the time travel and all that good stuff. And I mean, honestly, if you're not a Star Trek fan and you want to get into something that's light and fun and not necessarily heady science fiction, dude, that movie is perfect entree for anybody that wants to get into Star Trek. Okay, I mean, you don't have to listen to Kirk trying to kick Christopher Lloyd in the face, going, "I have had enough of you."
Leave Kirk alone.
One of the best scenes in all the movies. Had I known, dude, I loved Star Trek 3: Search for Spock. I mean, it's an amazing movie.
I haven't watched those movies in so long.
It was Wrath of Khan. So that's one of these things is I want to talk about with this show is that I want to go back and just do a deep dive with a few friends talking about Wrath of Khan, because I mean, when was the last time you just sat down and talked about that movie?
Yeah,
forever.
Yeah, forever.
You know what?
And that's the one movie that I would tell my friends about. If I wanted to get them to Trek, watch Wrath of Khan.
Especially if they're like a Star Wars fan. If they're a Star Wars fan and they're like, "Oh, Star Trek is boring."
Star Wars fans aren't Star Wars fans anymore. I don't know what.
No, nobody hates Star Wars more than Star Wars fans.
See, the hard part is I'll keep it with the old school manner of thinking, to where it's like my brain is thinking it's the 1990s still, with the Star Trek Star Wars kind of little mini war in my head, which they kind of touched upon in the movie Fanboys, which I really liked.
They did in Fanboys.
I really liked how they did that. But honestly, I think since we kind of gave a little introduction as to why we got into Star Trek, Nerdy Geek, why did you get into Star Trek, man?
I was, like I said, I was a nerd ever since I was a kid. So I remember being 7 years old when Next Gen first came on with the pilot. And I was sitting there by myself with no family watching it. And I watched it all the way through without any family ever watching it. I couldn't imagine my daughter at 7 watching that now.
Wow.
No, and then it's definitely a show that's kind of managed to span the time.
You know, and I got into Star Trek. Well, it wasn't that far of a stretch because growing up, my parents were heavily into sci-fi movies and horror movies. You know, The Day the Earth Stood Still, you know, stuff like that. And my dad was a huge OG Star Trek fan. So, you know, it was just natural progression. Me, you know, with the 2 TVs in the house, we watched whatever they watched, of course.
There you go.
But I what year did Next Generation come out?
1986.
Oh, was it 86?
86, I think. Yeah, 86. I'm gonna say.
I thought it was 87 because didn't it end in 93?
87.
Okay, 87. Sorry,
Yeah, 87.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Junior high school.
Yeah, for me, it was peer pressure.
Peer pressure. What is this? Drugs?
Thing is, I was a Star Wars fan. I grew up watching Star Wars movies. Like I loved, like Return of the Jedi still is one of my favorite movies of all time. Still to this day, one of my favorite movies of all time. But the thing is as Star Wars fans, we really didn't have anything there. And one of my friends showed me an episode of the Deep Space Nine titled "The Chase." No, which is the one where they go, the Romulans and the Cardassians attack the Dominion. Anyways, it's a 2-parter.
Yeah,
fantastic episode. And my brain Star Wars is like, oh, wow, maybe it's not as boring as I thought it was. Because I remember watching, like, my dad would watch the original series on a Sunday afternoon, you know, because that's when they would show those episodes syndicated.
Yeah,
you know, it'd be Sunday afternoon after a baseball game or something like that, you know. And you know, sit there and you watch and it's like, okay, yeah, I can never get into it because I was a little kid, you know. He-Man. If it wasn't like action adventure and Ninja Turtles, I didn't give a damn, you know. So like I said, once my friends that I was hanging out with, yeah, it was pretty.
That sounds sus. My pinky won't go.
Okay, we're trying to avoid that talk.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I'm so used to doing Monday Madness and craziness. I'm not used to this calm talk about Star Trek.
Kind of somewhat structured discussion. But yeah, I mean, so all this kind of led to the decision as to why we're here chatting up about some Star Trek, man. I'm excited about it because we were talking about it before the show started. It's like there's years of content we can talk about.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We'll never run out of things to enjoy, you know. Reading Rainbow, you know, ways to grow, things to know, and when you do Rainbow.
First season of Deep Space Nine was boring. It was much better after they got past all the religious stuff.
As soon as they introduced the Dominion is when that show just took on a whole nother level. Like, and don't trust me, we will get there because
we will get there. We're gonna get there.
The Dominion Wars and Deep Space Nine is some of my favorite Star Trek of all time. And
oh, it is so good. Yeah, so good. The Dominion Wars.
Put the show boner away. family show.
Oh, sorry.
My whole thing is people.
No, do you guys know what the Picard maneuver is?
Yes.
Yes.
When he sits down, that's what I was doing. I was doing the Picard maneuver.
I always like whenever they do the clips of the Picard maneuver, and you always see his pip fall off his badge.
Right. But yeah, we even have slides and stuff, guys. Come on, this is good.
I do want to know.
Deep Space Nine is like Next Gen. It's when Riker gets his beard is when it gets good. It's when Cisco gets his beard and shaves his head. That's when it gets good.
When Hawk comes to Deep Space Nine.
I remember that horrible episode with the slime pit or whatever the hell that was, the black pit on that planet.
When
Tasha
Yar dies?
Bad.
Yeah.
So bad.
Skin of Evil?
Yeah, Skin of Evil. That's it.
I was like, this show is not making it past another season with this.
The first couple seasons were rough. One thing I will say is that there's some Star Trek documentaries that one of these days I'm sure we'll also discuss. But one of my favorite ones is called Chaos on the Bridge, and it chronicles the first 3 seasons of Star Trek: The Next Generation, the power struggle, and where Gene Roddenberry was like mentally and physically and all that kind of stuff. Because at that point in time, he was having like mini strokes and stuff, and his memory was slipping. So like he had this like lawyer go in and do all of his dirty work for him, and a lot of it was quote unquote illegal, especially with like unions and all that kind of stuff with writing and whatnot. But anyways, fantastic stuff. William Shatner produced the movie. It's one of his documentaries. Like he did The Captains and a couple other ones.
The Captains was so good too.
I love The Captains, especially when he meets Chris Pine, because that to me is like that's the torch handing off moment, because you're never going to get it on screen, you know, because William Shatner's kind of over it, and I don't think they can write something that would make it make sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if Shatner's actually over it, because I think he'll be on any Star Trek that they ask him to be on.
Yeah, he wants
they
to
just
come
don't
back
ask him anymore.
Nobody asked him. They stopped calling a while ago.
They quit asking. Like,
I do want to know this.
He doesn't need to be on the show.
I do want to know, everybody on the panel, what is your favorite Trek? And I want to know the audience, which one is your favorite Trek series? It's a tie with me.
Okay, I'm safe.
And Voyager and OG Star Wars for me.
Star Wars.
I mean Star Wars. I mean OG Trek. Sorry,
TOS.
TOS.
It's Deep Space Nine, clear cut above the rest. Especially season 4 when they brought my boy Worf into the fold. The Way of the Warrior Onward, where the Klingons started acting up again, and we got some Klingon episodes. That was also when they brought over Ronald D. Moore. He came onto the show.
Oh,
awesome writer!
I like Voyager, Discovery, and Strange New Worlds. Nice.
Those are good shows. But number 2 would be Voyager. I actually got to meet Garrett Wang at a what's the he played Harry Kim in Voyager. That was my first encounter with a celebrity ever, which was awesome. And I read about it because I was a huge nerd at the time, and Voyager was just getting going, and there was a Pacific Rim festival in Old Sacramento, and I was like, and he was one of the people that was in there speaking. I was like, hell yeah, let's go.
You know why I love Voyager so much? 7 and 9. Really, when she came aboard the ship, it was something special with the crew, and and then I loved Spock, and Data was just like but her backstory.
Don't be pulling Pulaski over here.
Her backstory, the way she became a Borg, and how they saved her journey from being unassimilated into being back human, was such a great storyline throughout the show. It just caught me.
Yeah, so
I'm very excited for Puppet Pike.
My favorite Trek is, for me, it's like, who's your favorite Doctor? It's who you started watching to me, but I started with TNG. So TNG and Deep Space Nine are like right there. I understand that Deep Space Nine has more, probably better shows and better writing, but since I started with TNG, I got to go with it. And I didn't want to like Deep Space Nine when I first started watching it, because how Cisco hated Picard, and I was like, how you hated my boy Picard? I understand why, but I didn't want to then at 13.
And not only that, but that was an aspect of fandom that we don't talk about all that much anymore, where you actually had the same franchise, but people would stump for 2 different shows. So like you had your original series stands that were just like diehard original series. Let's go, nothing else.
Yes.
And then they hated the Next Generation fans, and then you had your Next Generation fans, you know, who came up with it, you know, the way they did, and then Deep Space Nine, and there was always a little bit of I wouldn't say animosity, but there was always a little between the groups. But like, I don't know, man. Deep Space Nine, man, and Next Generation. Those are just the 2. They intertwined so well.
I didn't
And
think I would like Deep Space Nine because it was set on a space station.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point of this? They're not traveling space and
They're
exploring.
not exploring anywhere.
But all the bullshit came to them, so it didn't matter.
And then
one
they
of the-
ended up getting the Defiant, so they were able to go places.
one of these days when we do our Deep Space Nine deep dive, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to watch the documentary What We Were Left Behind. And that's the documentary that Ira Stephen Bear made about the production of that show. And what they do, the first thing is they read off hate mail from the fans. They're like, why are they on a station? Why is this? It's so boring. It's like all the different ways that the fans would react to these shows. And it's so funny because it's the same thing now. It's just louder and kind of more in your face if you dive into it in the internet era. You know what I mean? So it's like it's more ubiquitous now, but it was the same fervor in which people talk about Star Trek now. So gotta enjoy the fan discourse not changing very much, but still being civil over all these years.
Civil? What is this civil stuff?
Yes, there is, but honestly, I think most Star Trek fans, like, if they don't like something, they're mature enough to just say, "Yeah, fuck it, I don't care," and wait.
It's like, you know what? I'm not watching it, but I'm gonna watch my other Star Trek.
Yeah, I got my stuff.
Yeah,
I'll wait for something I do enjoy.
Yeah, nobody is saying that.
No, I have not. I'm gonna look into it.
Oh yeah, there is. It's on YouTube.
Oh, dude, but I've seen some stuff like behind the scenes. Apparently, like there was a lot of heat between Kate Mulgrew and Jerry Ryan.
Really?
Yes, like big time. Big time. Like, dude, it's like Kate Mulgrew would get upset if she had to like go to the bathroom because it would take like an hour and a half to get her out of her suit. So like Jerry Ryan would like hold it in all on.
That wasn't just a zip up.
No. Apparently, it took, like people like shoehorning her into that thing every time.
Jeez.
And not only that, but like her obvious appeal and stuff like that, like drew attention from the other main female lead on the show. So she was upset about
What
that.
is this? We have a random Sticks boy. I love Star Trek: The Empire Strikes Back.
I believe you mean the Wrath of Khan.
Sticks, you're lucky. This is our pilot episode, I have none of my clips on this show yet.
Fun fact: Wrath of Khan was the first major motion picture that ILM worked on outside of Star Wars.
Oh wow!
I thought they did the shots for the Enterprise in the motion picture. Did they not?
No, that was Doug Trumbull and somebody else. But I think John Dykstra worked on it. That's why it wasn't ILM. It was John Dykstra.
Before we dive into Strange New World, there's something I want to talk about. As you guys know, I am Renovision adjacent. They are my family, all of them. And for the last, I've been down about something. It made me disconnect from a lot of people. My friend Kyle has stage 4 cancer. So I've been help fundraising for him and his family to help cover medical bills. His wife just beat cancer last year. So if anybody wants to help, here is the link for his GoFundMe page. And we have gotten it to over 10,000. The goal is 16,000. But I plan to do a comic book claim sale probably Saturday, part 1. And then part 2 will probably be a joint venture with Renovision on either the following Wednesday or that Saturday. All proceeds from these sales will go to help Kyle and Nubia deal with medical bills. And his fight made me realize that there's a lot more things more important than YouTube and walking on eggshells with people and YouTube stopped being fun for me. So this is why I'm doing Star Trek, because Star Trek gives me joy. So if you guys can donate to Kyle and Nubia or catch my charity claim sale for comics Saturday. I don't know the time yet, but it's going to be Saturday, this coming Saturday. And, I'm going to have a lot of good books for you guys got to pick up. So thank you. Oof, that's a lot. Thank you, Oliver. Season 2, the season finale. We got the Gorn
Again.
And what they've done with the Gorn is short of amazing. Can you give a little backstory about the episode, Nerdy? What happens? What leads us into season 3?
So the way that the episode starts is that Pike is talking to Captain, what's her name? Probably should have prepared better. The captain that he has in his relationship with.
Yeah.
And then while they're talking, you can tell that something happens where they lose communications. Then the Enterprise gets a message that they were under attack, so they go there to check them out. They send a landing party down. They're trying to figure out what happens, and then they find out it's the Gorn attack, and they're trying to find any survivors they can, and they do end up finding some survivors, and they meet Scotty for the first time because Scotty crashed on the shuttle right before the Gorn ended up coming in, and it basically the Enterprise is able to rescue the people, but some of them may have been infected by the Gorn because the Gorn are basically like xenomorphs in this version, where they grow inside. Yeah, they ingest inside of you.
Ian, I don't get how the Gorn could be advanced enough to build spaceships. I said the same thing about species
8742.
8742. I said the same thing about the aliens. They have ships and they build ships. It's weird, but it works. It's sci-fi.
Well, the xenomorphs don't build ships. They're transported by other aliens.
Yeah, true.
Well, the Udine or the species 8472, they exist in fluid space, so their ships are kind of like an extension of themselves in a manner of speaking. So their ships are they're bioorganic.
Yeah.
And that's why they were wrecking the Borg, is that the Borg wanted that level of perfection. So that's why they were trying to assimilate that particular species.
So
I do like how they have species designations for everything, though. Yeah, her mind got warped, though, dude. That's what happened to her. Like, she has that hardcore. We'll get into it because it's a big part of the later episodes. But she got some serious PTSD from it.
Yeah, she does. Did you finish recapping the finale before I interrupted, or no?
Yeah, for the most part.
For the most part. I mean, I just wanted to go through it real quick.
Yeah. So at the end of the episode, captured, infected. She's in. Battelle is infected. Blah 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 blah. And then we get into season 3, episode 1. And I have slides. Oh,
yes, indeed. All right. This is a King of Nerds production right here.
Of course, we only do the highest production of stuff here. We prepared, like, for the most part. But I'm glad people are showing up for this pilot episode of Red Shirts. It makes me feel a little warm and fuzzy inside. So we will be continuing this as long as you guys show up.
We'll talk Star Trek, man. Fine with me.
So
I'll talk even if they're not here.
Right.
We got some Gorn. We got Spock fighting Gorn. saving Chapel. There was so much going on. So much. going on.
I'm sorry, Captain Patel. That's her name.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how.
This one was like just jam packed with all the action bits that weren't included in the first little bit. It was the fighting back episode, so there was a lot of action. I did enjoy like how they managed to get into the the damaged other ship. I forgot what Captain Patel's ship. I forgot what it's called, but all that debris there trying to avoid the Gorn, and then get in there, try to get in, get out, get their people. Anything with Dr. Mbenga, is just classic at this point. He's becoming a huge one of my favorite characters, at least. Yeah, especially in the next episodes.
Oh, I love Dr. Mbenga.
It was cool to get to see inside the Gorn ship. One thing the special effects on Strange New World is like really good.
Yes.
I mean,
it is movie quality.
It is movie quality. You're right. We've had a string of movies this year that the VFX weren't up to this level. I'm not gonna name any. I'm not gonna say anything about certain parts of Superman or
here or there,
the Thing and Fantastic Four, or some things that Captain. Just saying, Marvel and DC could take some notes from Paramount. Maybe get the same special effects house to help them.
Well, let's just say at least the space scenes, because there's sometimes when they're on the set, it doesn't look all that great.
Yeah, at least it doesn't have the Mandalorian effect, where it's like everything's got that weird volumey look to it.
Yeah, because it's all CGI on the Mandalorian. Here, they're actually on sets.
Yeah,
but I did. I like it. I do think the Klingon shininess of their uniforms is a little off-putting, but that's in another episode. But no,
I do like that they went back to the original Klingon look as opposed to the Discovery look. I did not like the Discovery Klingon.
What Discovery look? We don't talk about that. Come on.
And nobody does, because they did it in what was it? Lower Decks. They talked about how it was alternate universe Klingons.
But one thing I did love was the introduction of Scotty. Scotty, he's so funny. He's so guarded. He has the weight of the world on his shoulders because he was the only survivor of his ship because of the Gorn attack, and he blames himself. And he's just afraid. And this actually, you'll see in later episodes how this affects him. But the way, I forgot what's her name? I forgot. The way she scared him to get him to develop the drive to hide them from the Gorn. Pelia.
Oh, the other chief.
Yeah, Pelia.
Yeah.
He was like, they're coming, and then automatically fixed it. He works so good under pressure, always.
Yeah. And I should have known that was Scotty, but whenever he first shows up, I didn't even think about it being Scotty, because I was just like, okay, well, this is obviously before he ever shows up. And then once he said his name, I'm like, I should have known that was Scotty. Who else was it going to be?
Yeah, true. And then, it's here we go. Her scaring him, and he finally jerry rigging that stupid. It's also that when you find out he was a student of hers, it makes sense.
Yeah,
because she's out of her mind, he's out of his mind, but somehow they make it work. So
I'm wondering, is he just straight up replacing her? Because it almost feels like it.
Well, I imagine so. You definitely have the mentor, the trainee relationship going on here. It looks like they had a past relationship that they have yet to, really delve into, because it seemed like they knew each other. You're like, hello, professor, so it's like, oh, okay. So he was a student of hers at one point in time. So.
Yeah.
Wow. There's like Degrassi said, there's a dozen or so VFX houses on Strange New Worlds. Legacy Effects handles the majority of practical.
That sounds awesome. See,
That
that's
is.
probably why it looks so good. But yeah, I mean, well, that's why it's like I got like vibes when we first saw Scotty. I got vibes from one of my favorite Next Gen episodes, where they find him on the Dyson sphere, in the future, hidden in a transporter buffer. It's that kind of drive to survive that Scotty's always imbibed. And when I was like, oh shoot, they brought Scotty in, I messaged Bruce when I watched the episode, because I told him, I was like, Scotty, Geordie LaForge mostly are why I got into working in automotive, because for me that to my brain was like, oh well, mechanics is close as I'm going to get to working on a spaceship. So that's kind of why I got into doing what I do with cars. But so thanks, Scotty, appreciate it.
And it was that when they finally got into Gorn space and you see the fleet of Gorn ships like heading towards Federation space, you're like, holy fuck, how are they going to stop them?
Yes.
And what did they do? They pulled up Picard and put him to sleep, like Picard put the Borg to sleep, make them hibernate, which was awesome. I thought it was awesome. Great callback.
Some best of both worlds action.
Yeah. And I love Anson Mount as Captain Pike. He was a perfect casting. And Rebecca Romaine as number one.
Una Chin Riley.
Yes.
And when she first showed up in Discovery, I didn't even realize it was Rebecca Romaine. And then I'm like, wait a minute, is that who that is? Yeah. And I'm like, that's weird seeing her in Star Trek, but she is so good as number one. Like, I love her as that character. I would have never imagined her being in Star Trek.
And she'll always be my Mystique.
Yeah, that's how everyone thought of her. But now she's number one.
Oh yeah, dude, she took over the character that was portrayed by the wife of the creator of the show.
Yeah, Majel Barrett.
Majel Barrett's character.
Yep.
Which I think the one thing, what I will say about New Trek that kind of bugs me. Can we please get Marina Sirtis to be the voice of the computer?
Who?
Please. I said Marina Sirtis, the woman that made fun of baseball when I met her. Deanna Troi. No.
Her and Cisco would not get along.
No. The episode where Lou Oksana showed up on Nine was great though. She fell in love with Odo.
I just want to say thank you, the directors of Strange New Worlds, for giving Anson perfect hair in every episode.
Yeah, how did they get it so coiffed?
It's to the point.
It's
to the
so
point
nice.
where they actually talk about it. They actually mention it, and then his joke about it has the perfect same coif too.
I like it.
She's coming back to do a naked X-Men for Dune. Yes.
Yeah, I can't wait, dude. Well, yeah, she's gonna come back as Mystique. So,
hell
yeah.
So she already did it.
So
because she talked about it at SDCC. Sorry, go ahead.
Didn't they reveal her chair during that 5-hour chair reveal thing they did?
Yeah, but at SDCC, while they were doing the Star Trek panel, they asked her, are you in Doomsday? And she says, yes, I already filmed it.
Yes. Well, that's right, because she said there was a whole big thing about her. Didn't know she was finished yet because the third act wasn't, the script wasn't finished yet.
Yeah.
Yes. And I think them putting the Gorn to sleep it's going to cause problems later on. Because we all know Kirk's first experience with a Gorn and TOS is the captain of the Gorn, whatever, on the planet. They didn't look like this. It was like a sleeve sack. Sleeve sack.
At Vasquez Rocks. But yeah,
You know, I really like Jess Bush as Nurse Chapel. I thought she's doing really well.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Great.
And speaking of the other character that Joe Barrett played too.
And this episode also gets Spock and Chapel closer together.
Yeah, because they have to escape from the damn ship.
Yeah.
In a heroic of ways.
Episode Arena. Thank you, Stella.
The TOS.
So then we dive into episode 2. Wedding Bells.
Okay.
We get a whole thing of it's been months. Nurse Chapel goes away for her seminar and comes back with a boyfriend.
And you could just see the heartbreak in Spock's face as he's all excited with her well thought out gift.
That was so wrong. So I was so pissed at her. And
my wife is pissed at her.
And Ethan Peck, he plays such a good Spock.
He plays jealous and hurt very well.
The way he emotes with his face, that is true acting. Not saying that Nimoy didn't do it. He's on that level of Nimoy when it comes to emoting with his face and eyes.
Well, they never really put him in situations like that in the original series, to be perfectly honest.
Well, they forced him
a little bit
when he went home to Vulcan and had his wife and had to fight Kirk. Wow, everybody loved that fight.
And you can hear the episodes where it starts giving the overtones. And then honestly, okay, thank you, Terry Floyd. He brought it up. The biggest takeaway from this episode,
we're getting to that.
But I just have to say, my goodness. Okay,
ignore Terry. He always jumps the gun.
I follow Jess Bush on Instagram. Okay, so I saw the pictures from the episode, and I'm like, marriage? What the hell? They never got married.
You messaged me. Please tell me they didn't get married.
I was pissed, right, Bruce? I was complaining. I was complaining to Bruce, and then so I finally watched the episode, and I'm like, okay, I get it now. I get it now. Yep. I get it.
You know, this scene right here when he walks in and all his friends are like hanging out with the boyfriend. Oh my!
And he's telling the romantic story.
Pissed.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up. Especially all of them kind of knew about the previous relationship between the two of them. It's kind of shitty, guys.
You know, and this scene leads directly into Spock meeting Trelane. If you don't remember Trelane from from Squire of Gothos, there he is on the right, and there he is as a bartender. And if you we went back and watched Squire of Gothos, right, Brian? You watched it recently?
Mm-hmm. I went back and watched some of it.
You know, and the similarities between the Q and him, the snapping of the fingers, him putting Kirk on trial for transgressions against him. You know, the same way Q did in Next Generation when he first appeared, putting mankind on
trial. And the guy, I don't know the actor's name, but the one that they got to play Trelane in Strange New World, so good with the mannerisms, and he even kind of looks like the original Trelane. I mean, they just did great casting with him.
I think his name is what's his name? His name was what? Rhys Darby on this? Rhys Darby?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah, he did. He such a great job in that role. I mean, I loved that episode. It was just a fun episode. Yeah, and then I was hoping at the end, I'm like, please tell me we're going to see Q or hear of him. And yep, there he was.
Yeah, right.
Or we're assuming it was Q.
Well, dude, that's
Yeah.
voice. That voice is
Yeah,
very recognizable.
It's
Come
his
on.
voice, but they never actually said it was
I was like,
Q,
that's
though.
John Delancey. Come on, we all know
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
You know, and if he's the son of Q appeared in what Voyager. Or
Voyager.
You know, I love that they did not say they were Qs, so we get to see that in Next Generation. So no canon was broken, guys. No canon was broken. You know,
No, I'll put it away. Calm down. It was a Q episode.
what?
No, honestly, dude, I might not be getting Next Generation, but I'm getting Next Generation out of this show, okay? Because the first season, first episode was a Klingon episode. The second episode was a Q episode. Oh, the holodeck breakdown yet? Oh, we'll get there.
He was the star of Our Flags Means Death. Oh,
Yeah, I've seen him before. He's got that quote, band meeting. I don't remember what that's from, but I hear people say it all the time.
but is this the Strange New Worlds Q? John Delancey and Susie Plaxton's
Maybe
offspring from Voyager?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. You know,
well, he just said he was kind of a young one. You know what I mean? Like, but dude, the everything leading up to this, where the fact that like the only person that really knew anything was kind of a miss was, you know, her date.
Yeah.
Wondering like, why in the heck is everybody getting married and all this stuff? And then he actually goes and rocks Spock and the kisser, and then Spock comes out of it.
what was his name? Dr. Corby. Yeah, Dr. Corby.
Yeah, Dr. Corby.
I think it was so funny that Trelane kept disrespecting him by calling him Corby. He went, it's Dr. Corby. Mr. Corby? Dr. Corby. It made him her best man. That was hilarious. And Star Trek Online Q host the Winter
True.
Wonderland.
This is true.
He never
Star Trek Online is
meeting. Yep.
I will say, if you've never played Star Trek Online, give it a try. It's freaking amazing. It's one of the few things that carried the story of Next Generation onward.
8,020 Earth years.
And
as we all know,
into,
time and space means nothing to Qs.
Nope.
They have no concept of time or space. They just exist to cause havoc.
yeah, and they can be played by Corbin Burnson.
And of course, I was watching some clips behind the scenes of this, and they modeled his jacket for this episode after the jacket from Squire of Gothos, that look.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. Her dress was amazing. I was like, damn, what a wasted dress. There's no way in hell. I thought this was such a great episode. You know, then he was about to kill everyone. And then his parents show up. Well, his father shows up, takes him away. And all is right as rain.
I love these star bases that they have in Strange New Worlds. I know we saw it in Beyond, but just these star bases that have all, you know, the growth, the planets, the mountains on them. Mm-hmm. I love the, you know, just the look of it, and then you just see the ships flying between them and everything. It just looks so good.
Yeah, the attention to detail in the space stations and in space is amazing. I just want to say the space battle in this was better than the space battle in Fantastic Four.
They usually tend to be. But yeah, no, that's totally 100% Q right there. The white mist, like the John Delancey voice.
Yep.
Like, yeah, no, the snapping of the fingers. I was waiting for this one here. From Quinn. Come on, everybody. He didn't want to be a Q no
If
more.
Paramount puts the IP up for a reasonable ask, who buys it? Apple TV? No. Netflix?
Oh,
No, it can't depend on Netflix and shows.
No.
Warner Brothers? I think Warner Brothers would snap it up.
I can
They would-
see them snapping it up. I don't know if I would trust them with it.
Why not? Warner Brothers does a great job with their HBO shows. Putting this on a Sunday night
Okay,
on HBO.
if it's gonna go strictly to HBO, all right, I can get behind that.
but do you really want the Warner Brothers treatment?
Yes.
You're wearing a hat, dude. Do you really want the Warner Brothers treatment?
Yes. I want more jokes in my Star Trek.
Well, then
Okay.
we can actually get the Green Lantern and Star Trek crossover.
Oh, that's
You've
right.
always
The
wanted-
Green
there you go.
Lantern Star Trek crossover, which we will be covering in weeks to come. They actually did that.
Well, it's the only one of the only freaking franchises they own.
Keep Star Trek away from. Get out of here with OnlyFans. Get out of here. You just want to see Rebecca Romaine. Get out of here. No one of me, bros. With Star Trek.
Get some Dr. Mbanga. Yeah, you can.
Oh my God.
Anywho, Wedding Bell Blue is a pretty good episode. Introduced us to some Q before we got introduced to Q.
Yep.
But it was all right because they wiped everybody's minds and it was fine.
And I'm glad that this whole Spock relationship is over.
Yes, it was kind of getting too much. It seemed forced.
Spock doesn't need to be in a relationship. We're in season 3 and he's going on 3 relationships.
Yes. Yes, thank you. We can focus on other people in the crew.
Well, we all know at some point.
Or not. We don't have to have love episode every episode.
Oh, we all know at some point he marries the Peng. So yeah, he's just sowing his wild oats on Enterprise for now.
That's the ticket.
Larry and Sink can see the scenario, but with Larry Lansing back in the fold, if they keep it, they're going back to the big screen. No, do not like what they. We'll get there.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that either, Joe.
Come on, she taught him how to dance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah. Well,
But,
dude, that's another damn relationship. Okay, Spock does not need to shack up with He is not the womanizer of the show.
No,
Yeah.
that should be Kirk.
Hey. All right. And this episode ends with Ortegas with this troubled look on her face, getting away from the jitterbug dance.
Bro,
Did you guys like the jitterbug?
She was beating the crap out of that box.
Jitterbug.
She was.
Yeah, that was like okay. Every once in a while, they'll put a contemporary song in a Star
Yes.
Trek, and you're just like, okay. It's like the Ooby Dooby in First Contact, or a Magic Carpet Ride,
Yes.
or even Beastie Boys. Shout out to J.J. Abrams.
Fuck these the romance karaoke. Get out of here.
He's done it to everybody else. Why not? Let's go.
Which leads us to one of my favorite episodes of the season, Shuttle to Kenfori, where they're trying to find a cure for the Gorn eggs in Captain Battle Patel.
Yeah, because
this was a good episode.
Because their little enhanced blood thing didn't work.
Yeah. It didn't work. It may have slowed it down.
Yeah, but still a problem.
But it's still a problem.
And this is the only way.
Yes, they must go to the planet.
They kept saying this. This is the only way.
It's only in the neutral zone. Neutral
Bro.
zone, yeah.
Yeah, the Klingon neutral zone, right on the other side of the bad side of the planet. We're talking like where they need to be is like a mile on the other side of where they don't need to be. You know what I mean?
Captain Patel is a handsome woman. I agree.
Very, very good looking, yeah.
Ortega's was having major PSD issues with the going. Yes, she is.
Yeah, she's still having it.
Oh, they come into play heavily into this episode too.
The Z word.
Yes. Dude. Okay, so some franchises can do zombies well, and some can't. I was thrown off guard, so to speak. So long story short, they got to go down to this planet, find this special spore, and this spore basically what it does is it can't die. And what it's done is it's consumed all the living organisms in and around the area, including Klingons and humans. So that sets up the story for zombie Klingons, dude. Yeah, that's true. And honestly, the Borg are kind of zombies. Like if you know,
zombies?
Yeah, they're zombies, man.
There they are, zombies.
Okay. Honestly, it was as gimmicky as singing a Klingon Borg for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, all right.
They're more like the spores from The Last of Us.
Yeah, kind of like the mushroom spores from the
Yep.
Zombie Vulcan on Enterprise, yeah. I like that. It's the zombie thing was done well. I think.
Yeah, I think they did.
Yeah.
I think, like I said, there's franchises that do it right, and there's franchises that do it wrong, and they did it all right here. Hats off to you, Patrick.
And the fact that they had the zombies in there, but at the end of the episode, they weren't even like a big factor of the episode.
That wasn't even why they're like. That wasn't even why half the Klingons were there.
No,
they were there to track down Dr. Mbenga for revenge, bro.
Revenge, which was crazy. We knew he had killed
him that knife into the ambassador's chest.
Yeah.
He was having, they did flashbacks or whatever. But to find out he literally assassinated.
And he would do it again.
And his daughter comes back to take revenge. I love that whole thing.
Her whip, that spine whip, was pretty cool.
Awesome.
That thing was awesome.
Cool. Never saw that before. It's pretty sweet.
What was her name? Beather? Beaters?
Don't give me
Biter?
lying.
I think it was Biter.
Biter and the Snow Dog. That was a Rush song. Oh, that's right. He did. He saved that knife.
Yeah.
And as you all know, this is an unofficial mission to the planet, so there will be no record of this.
Well, technically, it's not revenge, Terry, because she wasn't killing him because he killed the father and she was mad.
No,
it's because she did a guilt to kill her father, which would have brought her honor. So it wasn't actually revenge. Like, it kind of is, but it wasn't.
Like that. Thank you. Restoring honor is always. Honor has played such a huge part with Klingons over the years. Worf being stripped of his honor, getting it back.
Dan.
Hey, Dan. Hey, all stopping in to say hi, head into bed on day 3 of car hunting tomorrow.
Oh, car hunting.
Well, Skydesk has been involved with the new Star Trek TV yet. Oh. I don't know how that.
I mean, it's one of the better franchises. Like, I don't see why they would not continue to make it.
Star Trek has always had a small but passionate fan base.
True.
And
not only that, the main market right now is nostalgia anyway. So yeah, you don't want to let that one slip through your fingers.
Yep.
And I don't know what lasting consequences this will have for Mbenga going forward.
Probably nothing, dude. Pike's got his back, dude. Sounds like to me.
Oh, and
Yeah, it seems like it.
we got to talk about Ortega. Her PTSD in this episode was just like insane.
Well, she was
Risking,
buying orders and
Yeah, insubordination.
you know, she was always a little questionable when following orders, but this episode she just blatantly defied orders.
But it was
just
always
like,
tongue in
whoa.
cheek. It was kind of like with a wink and a nod, you know. She'd always do it with a smile on her face.
Yeah.
This time it's like, I'm going in there getting it. You know what I mean? So it was like, oh, okay, I get it. Like, okay. No, dude, she's like, let's warp in, warp out. We got him. Let's go. And that's what she eventually ended up doing. Like, and it was, she defied orders. She went too fast, just a little bit, to where the Klingons could see him floating through the debris field. And as soon as that happened, you know, boom, they had to do it. So
Yeah, I did like that scene though. Whenever number one calls her into her ready room or wherever they were, and you know she was stern with her. You could tell she didn't want to do it, but she had to do it.
yeah,
I really like that
my
scene.
hand. That's why I'm mad at you. Like, damn it. We had
and then you know, hands off to Rebecca Romaine, who's able to have that side where she can kind of be, you know, happy-go-lucky, but then when she needs to be stern, she was stern with Ortegas, and Ortegas knew there was no joking around in there.
Yeah, right. She read business.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's how Ortegas washes out to make room for Sulu.
True.
Mm.
You know, it might just be too much for her, and she doesn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Or might get another run-in with the Klingons, and
she might get red shirt in season 5.
So going back to episode in season 2, those old scientists, whenever Boimler says, "Oh, Ortegas, you're a war hero," is he referring to the Klingon War, or is there another war that we don't know about yet? Because right now they don't treat her as a war hero; they just treat her as a veteran of a war, but not a war hero.
True. True. I was assuming it was the Klingon War.
Yeah, that is true. But the thing is like I don't know if we're gonna get into that. There wasn't really any other major wars between now and then. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
if they really don't want to start messing with canon, like, I mean, yeah, we can start messing with the Romulans, kind of.
Yeah.
But, you know, you don't want to.
We can always.
But then again, I don't know. Enterprise did it.
Yeah.
But whenever Kirk sees them, isn't it supposed to be the first time they've seen them in like 70 years or something like that?
Yeah. Same thing with the Gorn. So it's one of those weird, close to bending canon kind of ish episodes. I mean,
was there any record of their mission to go in space though?
There had to have been. I mean, there's plenty of episodes. I mean, it occupied half the first season, a good part of the second season, and now into the third season. So it's like, yeah, they have to have. But like in the arena, that was the first time anybody had seen a Gorn. So I don't know, dude. Like I said, it's okay. I kind of see what they're going for. It's a contemporary view of the original series without.
Hey, maybe they'll discover this series where they all get ordered not to talk about them.
Pretty much. That's how it'll go. They'll break it that bad. Spock, you're on the ship. Tell Kirk. Tell him.
But that leads us to a murder mystery.
Oh boy!
In episode 4.
Here we go. Glass onion in space.
A space adventure hour. We get holodeck. We get a holodeck.
Long creation room.
100 years before they appear on Generation.
Which it was the new the first episode of the show, Encounter at Farpoint. Wrecker's like, I've never been in one of these before. Oh, these are pretty nice and new. And Data's like, yeah, we're right by the back wall. He takes a rock and throws it against the back wall and goes, rrr, rrr. Brand new in that show, set 75 years in the future.
But we do know that they've had that technology on the bases before, because to me, the Kobayashi Maru always seemed like it was a type of holodeck situation that they did.
True.
Oh, directed by Jonathan Frakes.
It was?
Yeah. Yeah, he directed this one.
Okay, so here's my third trope of Star Trek: The Next Generation: malfunctioning holodeck episode.
Well, I mean, what is Star Trek if they don't recycle?
Oh, I know, and not only that, but like Deep or not the other one that was synonymous for it, not necessarily Deep Space Nine so much, but Voyager quite often used that as a crutch as well. We had Fairhaven. Remember Fairhaven?
Well, what was one of the in the first season of TNG? One of the first 5 episodes was the Naked Now.
Yeah,
which was just
pretty much. I got, you know what, I got vibes from this episode. What was the second, the Royale?
The Royale to me it was like Picard's Dixon Hill.
Yeah, that too. A little bit.
Yeah,
little Dixon Hill thrown in with the Royale. With her, it's like
they're
just out in the middle of nowhere, and it's just a casino, but there's a murder mystery going on inside the casino. So it's like
the Royale was always weird to me though. How it was just black, and then there was rotating door, and that was it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh man,
then we got the murder mystery going on. It malfunctions. They're stuck. And we have poor Scotty doing all he can to fix it, not telling anyone what's wrong.
Well, he told Uhura hypothetically.
Yeah, hypothetically.
Yes, I have.
What?
I love that scene with him and Uhura talking.
I've played this game. I have this game. It's on PS3.
Oh,
it's actually kind of hard, and I ended up rage quitting it because it was like you got to play it with 2 players. But the Gorn's the main enemy, and that is exactly how they portrayed the Gorn in the game. Was how they're doing it in the show.
They finally figure out how to stop the program. Obviously, you have to solve the mystery. It did throw me for a loop. I had no idea that Spock was a hologram.
I thought it was weird that he was just in his regular uniform. Like, why isn't he in the period dress? But
I just thought, he didn't want to dress up, and
right. But I am not a merry man.
I am not a merry man. But it was nice to see another side of these characters.
It was the theater geek episode. It was like, hey guys, we're theater geeks. Let's have some fun.
Anson Mount's character was great. He was great playing this character.
It took me a second. I'm like, oh, that's Anson.
Yeah, just seeing him so mousy and everything with the high-pitched voice, so different than Pike. I loved it.
And I forgot who the name of the guy who they got to play the new Kirk. His Kirk impression when the episode starts out, it's like, oh man, wow, this is like, I'm like, dude, is this show just a parody now?
Paul Wesley from Vampire Diaries.
Yeah,
but I'm trying to remember what was the stupid line that he said in the beginning. We're all children of the cosmos.
But we need our brain cells.
Yes. Oh my God. Then the space phone. Oh, I was like, what are they doing? It's Angonians.
Well, and then like the whole thing about it was like the writing of the story, like who killed the writer of the story.
Yeah.
Like, it's like
I thought his impression of Kirk, Kirk was the original Kirk was amazing.
Yes.
Well, I was getting like anniversary vibes from this episode. You know what I mean? Like this is something you throw in like your 50th.
I expected Moriarty to show up. Me too. I wanted Moriarty.
A little bit.
Bring back Moriarty.
A little bit.
I want The Last Frontier to be the next series show. That was Anson Gene Roddenberry. I haven't watched this one yet, so I'm gonna go watch some Doctor Who with Sticks. See you later, Terry. Thank you for being here. You know,
Hope we
after
didn't
this,
ruin it.
Yeah, after the show, go over there and watch Sticks Boy talk
yeah,
about
Six Boy 73 on his Who Rewind, where they go into classic episodes of Doctor Who and watch alongs.
If a Doctor Who stream can work, then there's no reason the Star Trek stream can't work.
We can't give them our brain cells. We need it for many science reasons.
Oh man, the lines in that first opening scene were great, and then at the end when they have the little outtakes, I love that.
Was great.
When Kirk breaks his chair and it's just a regular chair with just some stuff added to it.
Yeah, you know, and where was Pelea? She was on shore leave. Like what? She wasn't there to help him. I'm like, why is she on shore leave?
Well, they keep having reasons for her not to be there. That's what I was saying. Is Scotty just going to straight replace her, and then eventually we're supposed to forget about her? Or are they going to pull like a Pulaski and Crusher, where it's like, oh, well, she's leaving to go train with Starfleet?
Oh yeah. You know, and then we had the TOS style narration. I'm trying to find the here, Galaxies, The Last Frontier. This is the tale of the USS Adventure on its 84-month mission as it treks
2 more years.
As it treks across the furthest reaches of the universe, striving to find unknown life, unexplained phenomena, and new space destinations. To go forward, to go beyond, and to go further and bolder than anyone ever before. That was such a great intro for that fictional show. So good.
Oh, I never noticed that, Joe.
Oh, I didn't know that. The outtake of Paul Wesley trying to do the Riker sit down.
Yes.
He broke the chair. That was great. There was so many good parts of this episode.
It wasn't a serious episode. It was just, you know, they always throw in a couple of, you know, just goofy episodes. They reach in Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Like they don't just go with, hey, this is safe. They go past that.
Yeah. You know, and Joe mentioned earlier that that they did it first in the Star Trek animated series. I think who was it? Pike suggests calling it the recreation room, which it was called a recreation room on the animated series also.
Recreation room, wasn't it?
Recreation room, yes.
Yeah.
Recreation room is what I do after I leave the stream. That marked 2 times now that Jonathan Frakes was directing the show and they made fun of the way he sits.
Well, on the first one, though, they said that was I forget Boimler's the actor who plays him. What's his name? Quaid. It's something Quaid.
Wait, which character?
The one who plays Boimler.
It's
Jack Quaid, right?
Jack Quaid, yeah.
Yeah, they said Jack Quaid did that on his own. That Frakes had no idea that he was going to do that, and he just did it and went with it.
Oh, where he jumps over the thing and says Riker.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, dude, he's been in so much stuff. Like right now, he's doing The Boys and yeah, dude, voice of Boimler. And he was excited to be in Star Trek. Like one of the biggest Star Trek fans too.
Yeah, he seems like he loves it. He really does seem like he loves it, and it's nice to see have somebody like that. Because I always tell Bruce, Boimler is just a Trekkie who happens to be in Starfleet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, we got the mention of Johnny Carson. Is that the first time they mentioned Johnny Carson in a Star Trek series or a movie?
Was he never mentioned in TNG? Because there was that episode where Data was trying to learn how to be funny, and they mentioned previous comedians. But I don't know if they did mention him or not.
Ooh, Jack Quaid is Booster Gold. I'll take it. He's the voice of Superman. Yes, he's got a lot of. He has a lot of work
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like Pedro Pascal over here or something, man. Shit.
Hey, leave Pedro Pascal alone. He's finally getting his big breakout movie.
They're probably going to put him in Star Trek soon. Don't worry about
If
it. It'll be fine.
That's fine. I'll take it.
I would love to see Pedro in the captain's chair. I would love to see that.
Oh, me too.
Right.
Captain Pedro.
When they reboot the Next Generation and make him Captain Picard.
Oh,
Picture him bald.
He'll never shave the mustache.
You will have to be an old head to know Carson today. Correct. Oh my God, I'm doing my Jeopardy voice. Correct.
So was Rebecca Romaine, was she supposed to be like kind of like a Lucy type character? Talking about how she financed it with her ex-husband.
Oh yeah.
Is that what
I thought about that? I'm like, wait a minute. They're doing Desilu.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was that's got to be a callback to Desilu right there, dude. Like,
Yeah,
115 million%.
Pedro joining Margot Robbie on Burton's 50-foot woman. He's going for Mars Attack style type A-list ensemble. Oh,
oh,
no. Pedro is A-list now. Lucille Ball.
yeah.
I want to watch this episode again before Fridays because I love this episode so much. If you these 4 first episodes are what's to come for the rest of the season, I am so down.
It's just Star Trek comfort food, man.
It really is. So, but before we end the show, I hate to end the show, but
yeah, it's actually been kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's been really fun, and I'm glad everybody showed up. We're gonna please, if anybody can donate to Kyle for his battle against stage 4 cancer and help with the bills. The link is in the chat, and while do that, goal is I should refresh it. Let's see if it went up since I started. Still the same. I will be doing a charity fundraiser for them on my channel on Saturday. I haven't gotten time yet. I will be selling some comics from my collection. Pretty high grade stuff, some rare stuff to help my friend Kyle. But before we go, you guys have any closing you want to say? And I'll be right back.
Not really, but I can't wait till next week. We got a new episode coming out Thursday, so I'm excited for that.
So if you don't have Paramount Plus, you can actually watch this on YouTube. All of Strange New Worlds is on YouTube, season 1 through 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like if you as they came out on Thursday, it's up on YouTube. So they're trying to push it out. So if you don't have Paramount Plus, watch it on YouTube. There are commercials though, but if you have YouTube Premium, then you don't have to worry about it.
If you watch Star Trek at all, you are familiar with commercials, man. I remember sitting there with the VCR with the record pause button.
Yes,
it's a commercial. Stop it.
Yep. Bruce, have you ever seen this image? I've always wanted to get a painting of this.
What image?
I have it under that one.
That's funny.
I've always wanted to get a painting of that.
Amazing.
Yeah, because like all hail Lucy. We would not have Star Trek without her.
I didn't realize this was a spoiler show. Thanks. Whatever, Ed. Get out of here. I just want to be packing for your vacation. And Ed, go look at my Instagram feed. If there are any books anyone is interested in before the claim sale Saturday, you are more than welcome to claim those books. Just contact me. Here are some of the books I will have for the claim sale. Little Punisher, Battle Damage.
Music, dude. Like,
Kirkham,
Godzilla,
like the
Monster Theater.
Masterpiece Theater. Yep.
Masterpiece Theater. I will have 2 copies of that for sale. Everything will be affordable from $20 to $180. First appearance of Absolute Batman, Wonder Woman, Absolute Superman.
Yep.
Nice.
A little Star Wars, little High Republic. For all you Pooh fans, we have Bat Pooh.
I can't believe you have a Do You
Dude,
Poo
I only
comic.
have one Do You Pooh book. Come on.
That's pretty funny.
All right, a first appearance of the new Supergirl in a newsstand.
Ooh, that's a Michael Turner.
It's a Michael Turner book. We have some Art Adams, Mary Jane, black and white sketch.
Mary Jane.
We have giant size Dark Phoenix saga, the Talavera,
1 in 50.
and I don't know how this got in my collection. We have a Street Fighter swimsuit special with Cammy. This is my.
Is it Kylie Minogue?
This is one. Does it like Kylie Minogue?
Well, that's who played her in the movie.
Kylie
Minogue.
This is my one of maybe 2 or 3 Guna books I will have in my sale for this week.
So pay attention, Joe.
Ed wants to know if you can pay with Venmo.
You can play with Venmo, PayPal. I don't take checks. And don't super chat me because I don't want YouTube taking any of the money. If you want to super chat me anytime going forward, just donate to Kyle's GoFundMe instead of super chatting. I think that's more appropriate.
That way they don't get their cut.
They don't get that cut. And the money goes directly to Kyle and Nubia, his wife. I heard on YouTube that the High Republic sucks and it's woke. That's every Star Wars project. All right. And with that, thank you, everyone. Please like, subscribe. And we will be back next Monday. Mondays will be the regular time for the show. So take care, and we'll see you for episode 2 of Red Shirts. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you.
See ya.
Wait a minute. I forgot to set an outro. But I can do it now.